And now we have Deb who wants to come up and tell you about her thoughts.
I teach public school in Danbury, Connecticut. Danbury schools were the recipient of a $900,000 grant a few years ago to teach us more U.S. history, so we would put more U.S. history in the lives of your children. Then a couple years later, they got another $600,000 or $700,000, and we educated more teachers with more U.S. history, so we'd give more of your kids more U.S. history. And then this year, we decided on a new initiative. We're going to give middle schoolers 2 years of U.S. history, and then we're going to take the high school, and we're going to pull the first half of U.S. history out of the high school. So if you've got kids coming to Danbury High School, they're going to start after Reconstruction. That's after the Civil War, after slavery, after plantations, after Jacksonian democracy. That's after the Tea Party and the Revolution and the Puritans and the Pilgrims and everything your country was founded on. It's not going to be in our memory in the junior year of high school because the bureaucrats have decided that kids will have enough of it with 2 years at the middle school. Now you look old enough to have already raised middle schoolers, so you know, like I know, that when middle schoolers go to the high school, they're lucky if they remember their names and the bus number that they rode in on. They don't remember the U.S. history. Watch out, Danbury. It's going to be gone. And if you don't start teaching them at home and in your neighborhood, or you don't go to the Board of Ed and say, we're kind of upset about this, we'd like the early pinnings of U.S. history back in the high school, it's gone. Gone. After I earned a master's degree to make sure that in my English class, I'm willing to put more U.S. history. I started teaching about the early America a couple weeks ago, and one of my students said, "What are you, a history teacher?" And I said, yes, if I have to be, because that's what they told me to do, was go learn more history behind the literature I teach. But not everybody feels that way, because people who came up later than me, they don't know why we're supposed to hold on to the history. They don't know that you can't restore values and ideals if you don't know what the heck they were to begin with. I challenge us to be better teachers of U.S. history. Then, what I was thinking about this morning, after I got an email that said there seems to be a connection. Did you look at Robert Buick and some of those Action Motors? Do you see how many dealerships are gone from Danbury and New Milford and the towns around us? There's showrooms that are empty now. There's dealerships that don't live here anymore. And I started wondering, what happens to all those workers who lost their jobs because Washington decided to pick and choose where dealerships would stay and go? And the email I got the other day, it said something funny, like there was a connection somehow between what political party you were on and if you got to keep your dealership, or if your dealership got deleted. And my feeling this morning, since I've got 130,000 miles on my Sonata, it's time to buy American again. So I'm thinking that when I go looking through all those dealerships, I'm gonna find the one that doesn't support the Democrat agenda. And I'm going to find somebody who doesn't make contributions to the campaigns that are fighting all the ideals that I'm standing here for. And I'm asking you, I don't know if that's driving a Ford Fiesta. I'm going to look for an Edge myself. I challenge you, be careful who we give our money to. It has a real distinct outcome on our children's children. That's all.
What a scary future for our kids. Isn't that terrible?